The room was full of moving light, conversations left and right. Someone laughed across the floor, music drifted through the door. I was only passing through, looking anywhere but you. Then between the shifting crowd, your eyes found mine without a sound. For a second everything lost the shape that it had been. All the voices turned to air and suddenly you were there. I don't know who looked away, I don't know how long we stayed, but one small moment held the room like it already knew. Across the crowd, your eyes met mine, and all the moving lights fell out of time. Across the crowd, one quiet spark, you were the only thing I saw inside the dark. I didn't know your name, I only knew somehow something had begun. Across the crowd, one look, one breath, one second I won't forget. One look, no sound, and the whole world faded out. I turned away, then looked again, pretending I was listening. My friend was talking next to me, but every word escaped the scene. You smiled softly, almost shy, like you wondered why I smiled. Then somebody crossed between and hid you for a moment from me. I searched the room without a plan till I found your eyes again. Nothing happened, nothing changed, still the night did not feel the same. Maybe it was only light, maybe it was perfect timing, but my heartbeat knew before I understood what for. Across the crowd, your eyes met mine, and all the moving lights fell out of time. Across the crowd, one quiet spark, you were the only thing I saw inside the dark. I didn't know your name, I only knew somehow something had begun. Across the crowd, one look, one breath, one second I won't forget. One look, no sound, and the whole world faded out. Did you feel the room grow distant? Did your heartbeat change its pace? Did you wonder why a stranger suddenly felt out of place? Maybe nothing had been spoken, maybe nothing had to be. There are moments that begin before we know what they will mean. If the night had kept on moving, if I never looked your way, we might still be only strangers passing through an ordinary day. But your eyes held mine a second, and the ordinary changed. Now every light inside the room feels brighter than before. Began to move apart, leaving little lines of sight. Every time the space grew clear, I could feel you looking here. Then you took a step my way, stopped as if you might not stay. I could hear the music rise, but I was listening to your eyes. No introduction, not just yet, only something neither said. Still the distance felt so small, like there was no crowd at all. Will go. There is only what I know, before a word was ever found. My heart heard something in the crowd. Across the crowd, your eyes met mine, and all the moving lights fell out of time. Across the crowd, one quiet spark, you were the only thing I saw inside the dark. I didn't know your name, I only knew somehow something had begun. Across the crowd, stays loud, but I keep finding you across the crowd. One quiet second before we knew how. That was where the feeling started, across the crowd. You smiled first, and I was smiling first. Yeah. You smiled, and I was smiling too. We were sitting on the steps while the afternoon went by. You were halfway through a story, trying hard to get it right. Then you stumbled on a sentence, lost the ending, lost your place. And the laughter came so freely, lighting every part of your face. I never caught the reason, I barely heard the line, but your shoulders started shaking and your eyes began to shine. Before I even understood what everyone was laughing at, the corners of my mouth were rising just from seeing you like that. I wasn't trying, I couldn't hide it. Something in your happiness reached across the space. No explanation, no invitation. My smile appeared the moment I saw your face. You smiled first, and mine came running after. I missed the joke, but I caught your laughter. You smiled first, and suddenly the day felt lighter than it did a moment before your face changed. Maybe joy is something one heart passes to another. All I know is I was smiling because you smiled first. You tried to finish telling us, but every word began to break. Another laugh escaped your lips and made the whole story wait. You covered up your face as though you wanted it to end, and peeked between your fingers and started laughing once again. I looked down for a second, pretending I was calm, but happiness had found me before I knew what it had done. It wasn't only how you laughed or how the sound filled up the air, it was how the world grew warmer whenever your joy was there. I wasn't planning to keep on watching, but every time you laughed the afternoon turned bright. No careful thinking, no second guessing, my heart was learning how to follow your light. You smiled first, and mine came running after. I missed the joke, but I caught your laughter. You smiled first, and suddenly the day felt lighter than it did a moment before your face changed. Maybe joy is something one heart passes to another. All I know is I was smiling because you smiled first. Maybe it was nothing, just an ordinary scene, a story on the steps outside, a warm day in between. But somewhere in that moment, a little truth came through. I didn't only love the laughter, I love that it belonged to you. Maybe that is how it starts, not thunder, stars, or signs, just wanting to be near the place where someone's whole face shines. You smiled first, and mine came running after. I missed the joke, but I caught your laughter. You smiled first, and all my walls grew softer. Your happiness pulled my heart a little and I was smiling too.
So softly, and it didn't sound the same. I was walking down the hall, not expecting you to call. Then your voice came from behind, gentle enough to stop the time. I turned around, you gave a smile like you had known me for a while. It was only one small word, still the sweetest thing I heard. I've heard the name 1,000 ways, across 1,000 ordinary days, but when it rested on your tongue, it felt like something had begun. It's the way you say my name, soft enough to make me stay. Every letter sounds brand new when the sound belongs to you. It's the way you say my name, like you're holding something safe. Just one word, but in your voice my heart forgets it has a choice. Say it once, say it slow, why it feels this way I don't know. Say my name one more time, let it linger in my mind. Later underneath the trees you call me through the afternoon breeze. Nothing urgent, nothing loud, still I heard you through the crowd. You asked if I was heading home, I said I had nowhere to go. Then you said my name again, and I forgot what happened next. Maybe it was how you smiled, maybe how you stayed a while, but every syllable you gave turned familiar into strange. It's the way you say my name, soft enough to make me stay. Every letter sounds brand new when the sound belongs to you. It's the way you say my name, like you're holding something safe. Just one word, but in your voice my heart forgets it has a choice. Say it once, say it slow, why it feels this way I don't know. Say my name one more time, let it linger in my mind. My name was only mine before, written neatly by the door, printed on a page of screen, nothing more than what it means. Then you spoke it without trying, and I heard a hidden lie, like the smallest word could carry something warm into the night. Maybe you don't even notice how your voice becomes a place where an ordinary name feels like a gentle kind of grace. Whenever someone calls, I still hear you through it all. Every voice may sound the same, but no one says it quite your way. I replay that little sound when the evening settles down, not the words before or after, only how you said my name. You may think it meant so little, just a word across the air, but my heart was paying attention to the kindness hidden there. It's the way you say my name, soft enough to make me stay. Every letter sounds brand new when the sound belongs to you. It's the way you say my name, like you're holding something safe. Just one word, but in your voice my heart forgets it has a choice. like you. Say it once, say it slow. Maybe now I almost know. Say my name one more time. Let it stay here for a while. You said my name so softly, and it didn't sound the same. One small word, one quiet voice, one heartbeat without a choice. Say it gently, say it low. There are feelings words don't know. The way you say my name, the way you say my name. Something ordinary will never sound the same.
We took the little table by the glass. You said the other seats are far too loud. I laughed and pointed at the window frame. That's always where I sit when I come down. The coffee came, you reached across the tray and shook some cinnamon into the foam. I nearly asked if you had read my mind. I always add a little extra on my own. You pushed the whipped cream gently to the side. I did the same and then we had to laugh. It shouldn't feel like anything at all, but suddenly I wanted this to last. One small thing, then another. Every answer led to one more. I leaned in, you smiled back. How could little things feel like that? You like that too? The window seat and cinnamon. That song nobody else remembers, playing when the rain begins. You like that too? The quiet roads at 2:30. Every tiny thing I thought was only mine somehow belongs to you. It's nothing big, it's nothing new, but I keep smiling. You like that too? The same little things, same little ways, making this feel less like an ordinary day. Same little things, one after two. Tell me another, maybe I like that too. You passed your phone and said try track 13. The hidden song behind the favorite spot. I knew the melody before it played and sang the line before the line had You like old books with folded corners, movies after everyone has gone, walking slowly through a rainy evening, listening the city hums along. You've heard the colder set of pillows, keep the ticket stubs from every show, laugh at jokes a second after hearing, choose the longest way when heading home. left, everyone is gone. Walking slowly through a rainy evening, listening when the city hums along. You prefer the colder set of pillows, keep the ticket stubs from every show, laugh at jokes a second after hearing, choose the longest way when heading home. Maybe matching doesn't mean forever, maybe these are only bits and clues. Still each little yes between us makes me wanna learn the rest of you. Not because we're exactly alike, not because we always will agree, but the smallest things you choose keep open another door for me. That song nobody else remembers playing when the rain begins. You like that too. The quiet roads at 2:30. Every tiny thing I thought was only mine somehow belongs to you. It's nothing big, it's nothing new, but I keep smiling. You like that too. Same little things, same little ways, making this feel less like an ordinary day. Same little things, one after two. You like that too, the older shots and midnight drives, saving all the best parts for the ending, taking time instead of rushing by. You like that too, then maybe we could share a few, a song, a seat, a rainy street, and see where all these small things lead us to. It's nothing loud, no grand debut, just a little feeling, starting with me too. Same corner table, same favorite song, same way of staying long after the fear light's gone. One little answer, then suddenly two. I thought it was only me, but you like that too. Tell me another, I'll tell you mine. Maybe the smallest things are how two hearts align.
Just for a second, the space between our hands was gone. The afternoon was moving slow, steam curled above the table. You slid my paper cup to me as gently as you were able. I reached before you let it go. You moved your hand too late, and somewhere near the cardboard sleeve, our fingertips found the same place. It wasn't even long enough to call it anything, but all the quiet in the room gathered underneath my skin. You pulled away,
I did the same,
a nervous laugh
no one could name.
The cup was warm, my hand was warmer, and suddenly my heart was louder. For just a second, the space between our hands disappeared. No warning, no sound, only a little warmth stayed here. We both pulled away, but my heartbeat didn't understand how an accidental touch could change the space between our hands.
For just a second,
nothing happened,
everything began
with one touching the space between our hands.
Still on my fingertips, still beneath my skin. Such a little moment, how did it get in?
Still on my fingertips,
long after you let go.
you may have forgotten, but my hands still know. I wrapped both hands around the cup as if the heat could hide me,
You kept on talking like before,
while every nerve surprised me.
I traced the edge around the lid.
Then folded back my sleeve.
The place where you had brushed my hand
Was all that I could feel.
You reached across to take a straw.
I moved my fingers from the way.
A tiny part of me was
A
glad.
tiny part wished I had stayed.
One little spark,
No flash of light,
no grand confession,
no perfect line,
just skin on skin,
then air between,
and something softer underneath. For just a second,
the space between our hands disappeared.
no warning, no sound,
Only a little warmth stayed here.
we both pulled away.
But my heartbeat didn't understand
How an accidental touch
could change the space between our hands.
For just a second,
Nothing happened
everything began.
with one accidental touch in the space between our hands.
Still on my fingertips, still beneath my skin. Such a little moment, how did it get in?
Still on my fingertips,
Long after you let go,
you may have forgotten, but my hands still know. Maybe touch is only touch.
maybe I imagine more.
Maybe it was nothing but.
Two hands meeting by mistake,
Still I held my fingers close.
like they carried something fragile.
Like the warmth you left behind might disappear if I moved at all.
You were sitting inches from me.
Yet the distance felt brand new.
Every ordinary movement
Made me wonder what you knew.
Would you reach across again if the cup were there once more?
Would your hand stay for a second?
Longer than it did before.
The cups were empty when we left. The daylight had grown thinner. You held the door and let me pass. My hand stayed close beside yours.
We walked without our shoulders touching, leaving careful space between. But every step reminded me of how close we both had been.
At home I placed my keys away and felt that moment once again. Not in my thoughts but in the quiet,
Lingering across my hand.
it lasted less than one full breath. Still it followed
Every step,
Something small can leave a trace.
long after it has left its place. For just a second,
The space between our hands disappeared.
no warning, no sound,
Only a little warmth stayed here.
we both pulled away.
But my heartbeat didn't understand
How an accidental touch
could change the space between our hands.
For just a second, nothing happened, everything began.
With one accidental touch in the
Space between our hands. For just a second, your fingertips were close to mine.
The world didn't stop,
But something shifted out of line.
no promises made,
No reason this was ever planned.
only warmth that stayed behind in the space between our hands.
Maybe next time,
Neither one of us will move so fast.
maybe one small second
Could become a moment meant to last.
The paper cup, the cardboard sleeve,
The little warmth
you left with me,
two hands reached,
then moved apart.
one quiet touch.
One startled heart,
Still on my fingertips,
soft as it began.
I keep remembering
The space between our hands.
just for a second. distance disappeared, and even now I can still feel you here. The sky changed without warning, and there was room for two. The afternoon was clear before the clouds rolled over every roof. A silver curtain crossed the street and sent us running from the rain. We waited underneath the sign while water gathered by our shoes. You opened up your little umbrella, then said, "Come walk with me." I stepped beneath the narrow shade, careful not to stand too near. But every drop that hit the pavement made the distance disappear. I moved away, you pulled me closer, tilting all the shelter to my side. Your sleeve grew dark, you didn't notice, or maybe you just didn't mind. Under the same umbrella, the whole wet city blurred away, your shoulder resting next to mine as we walked through the rain. Under the same umbrella, our careful footsteps fell in time. The street was wide beyond the edge, but underneath was yours and mine. I knew the road was not that long, still I wished it went on forever, just a little closer. Under the same umbrella, we crossed the road through mirrored lights and watched the colors shake below. You warned me of a deeper puddle and slowed your steps to match my own. The passing cars and water rising, you leaned us both the other way. The umbrella turned above our heads like a small moon in the gray. You asked me if I felt too cold, I said I think I'm doing fine. Though every time our shoulders brushed, my heartbeat slipped out of time. I tried to leave a little distance, you brought the umbrella back again. Your half was rain, my half was shelter, and I began to understand. Under the same umbrella, the whole wet city blurred away, your shoulder resting next to mine as we walked through the rain. Under the same umbrella, our careful footsteps fell in time. The street was wide beyond the edge, but underneath was yours and mine. I knew the road was not that long, still I wished it went on forever, just a little closer. Under the same umbrella, above us was a private sky, no wider than the space we shared. Beyond it people crossed the avenue and hurried everywhere. I watched the raindrops leave the edges like silver threads beside your face, and secretly I thank the weather for giving us this smaller place. Under the same umbrella, a rainy street became our own. Every step that brought us nearer made me wish we weren't almost home. Under the same umbrella, you gave the driest side to me, and somehow in that quiet kindness I felt what this could someday be. Now even though the clouds have gone, I can still recall the weather and how my heart moved closer. Under the same umbrella, one narrow sidewalk, one tilted sky. The last drop fell, but you stayed on my mind.
Every night stayed awake. The door closed softly behind me. Your last smile followed me home. Streetlights moved across the window while I replayed every word. I placed my phone beside my pillow, face up where I could see. Told myself I wasn't waiting, but kept it close enough to reach. Maybe you're still on the train, maybe you're almost home, maybe you're writing something, then erasing it again. After we said goodnight, I'm waiting for the screen to light, for one small message from you to keep this feeling alive. After we said goodnight, every little sound makes my heart rise. Maybe you're thinking of me on the other side of the night. I know we only said goodbye, but something in me stayed with you. So after we said goodnight, I'm waiting to hear from you. Light up, light up, light up, just once before I sleep. One sign that you were thinking of me. I opened our conversation, read your last few words again. Get home safely, look so simple, still I smiled at what it meant. I typed I had a lovely evening, then erased it line by line. Wrote a joke about the weather, changed my mind another time. The clock moved slowly past 11, the room grew quiet and blue. Then every time the phone stayed dark, I picture what you might do. Maybe you're holding your phone, trying not to move too fast. Maybe one more little message can make the evening last. After we said goodnight, I'm waiting for the screen to light, for one small message from you to keep this feeling alive. After we said goodnight, every little sound makes my heart rise. Maybe you're thinking of me on the other side of the night. I know we only said goodbye, but something in me stayed with you. So after we said goodnight, I'm waiting to hear from you. I don't need a perfect sentence, I don't need a clever line. Just are you still awake would be enough tonight. Maybe you are also waiting with your phone beside your hand, wondering if one simple message could say more than we had planned. After we said goodnight, you made my little screen come alive, with one small message from you that kept the whole evening bright. After we said goodnight, I found out I was on your mind. You wrote, "Are you still awake?" And I smiled into the night. I thought the moment had to end when I watched you walk away. But after we said goodnight, something new began to stay. One little message, one quiet glow, the kind of feeling I'm starting to know. We already said goodnight, but neither heart let go. So keep the screen glowing a little longer.
still, but the day is playing still. I set my keys beside the doorway, left my shoes out in the hall, hung my coat across the chair and watched the evening shadows fall. The house is just the way I left it, still the quiet felt much fuller, like the afternoon had followed me and settled softly in the room. I turned on only one small lamp, then without meaning to remember, the table near the open window and your pause before a word. Every detail I had missed then now returned as clear as light.
One little scene, then another,
returning slowly in the dark.
Nothing is happening now,
but something keeps happening inside my heart. I brought the whole day home, every moment in my cup, every word we almost finished, every place we walked too slow. Now the room is quiet, but the memories softly glow. I thought I left the day behind me, still I brought the whole day home. I brought your presents home, though I came back here alone, and every ordinary second feels too beautiful to let go. I poured some water in the kitchen, then forgot to take a drink, because the silver of the faucet turned into another memory. You were standing by the crossing, with the evening at your back, saying something I can't remember, but I remember how it felt. The light changed green to amber, I waved and walked away, then turned around after several steps and saw you do the same. Now that corner fills my bedroom, every quiet thing around me brings the smallest scene back clearly, and a little more of you. One little scene, then another, like photographs developing. Maybe my heart noticed first and waited for the silence to explain it all to me. I brought the whole day home, every moment in my coat, every word we almost finished, every place we walked too slow. Now the room is quiet, but the memories softly glow. I thought I left the day behind me, still I brought the whole day home. Maybe nothing grand occurred, no confession, no perfect words. We only wandered without hurry and let the afternoon decide. I thought a feeling would arrive, too loud and certain to be missed, but maybe it begins much softer through a day as small as this. Maybe this is how it starts, not all at once, but soft and slow. You leave me at the corner, and I bring the feeling home.
Keys by the doorway, one lamp glowing low, the film keeps turning,
though the daylight's gone.
I brought the whole day home,
found a little